Hello everyone, this is Bowser Galaxy 10.
This movie's better than I remember.
I think I agree with that. Welcome to a rambling review of Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi.
The final one for this marathon. I am pleasantly surprised. I remember this being my least favorite of the trilogy. And being low enough where I was considering if it would be that much lower than most of the other prequel movies.
Yeah,
I'm pleasantly surprised by that, by how much I like this. This is better with age.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
This one is much better when you're an older person watching it.
Yeah, and I think it's also better after the prequel trilogy as well.
Yes. Weirdly.
Mostly after Revenge of the Sith, to be honest. What? What's so funny?
Okay.
But
the audience will have no idea about this. But the with the camera, there's a red light showing that it's a recording. I saw it next to the other red light, and I thought it was a heart. I thought one of them was a heart, and I was like, wait, what?
I love you so much, my son. Oh.
So yeah, sorry about that. Anyway.
So yeah, this is a pretty great movie, actually.
Yeah, it is a lot better than I remember. I remember it being kind of what I remembered of Empire, actually, being just dull with nothing really that big, and didn't remember much of it at all. Like most of the time after Jabba, I usually clocked out of this movie until like the Emperor scenes. I don't remember this movie being as good as it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I kind of like, the way I remember this movie was that it was kind of meh at the beginning, but the ending, the second half of it was really good. That's mostly accurate, but like everything was like a step better than I remember.
Yeah.
Like, I still think the Java section is alright. The middle section is a little in, but then it picks up when, say, go towards the Endor mission.
Yeah, meanwhile, Endor, it's like, I love Endor.
Yeah,
like,
Endor is awesome.
Like, pretty much both sides, like, all sides of the conflict I love.
Yeah.
So, anyway, before we go any further, time to make the comment section on fire. Thoughts on the Ewoks?
As a kid, I loved the Ewoks. I still do. However, I have since learned that they originally planned to have the Wookiees instead of the Ewoks. I am disappointed that they did not have the Wookiees and they have the Ewoks instead. I still like the Ewoks, though.
Honestly, I think it works better. And not just because of the joking, they already got to the Wookiee planet already. In Holiday Special. The actual reason is that it makes sense for the Empire to think of the Wookiees as a threat. Like,
yeah,
they took care of a lot of the Empire when Order 66 occurred. Like, the Wookiees put up a fight, and there's been a Wookiee person literally fighting them the whole time.
Yes.
So it makes sense that the Empire would be like, okay, Wookiee planet, first off, kill all Wookiees. Meanwhile, for the Ewoks, they're like, oh, we're tribal midgets. We don't really care about them. If one comes too close, we shoot it.
Yeah.
So it's actually more of a thing of surprise for the Empire.
I didn't really think of that, but you're right.
Like, it wouldn't make sense for it to be on the Wookiee planet, because, yeah, the Empire know Wookiees.
Yeah.
One's been wrecking their shit all 3 movies.
Yep.
All 2 of the other movies.
Yeah. That's totally fair. So yeah, we like the Ewoks.
I didn't say I like the Ewoks, I just see why they're a thing.
Okay, I like the Ewoks.
They're kind of weird.
I like them.
It's kind of weird to see tribal natives in Star Wars, but it's like, okay.
Yeah, like, it might be a little bit offensive to native people.
It's not offensive, it's just a race of tribals.
Yeah.
Like it or not, that's what tribals used to do.
They are pretty cute.
They're adorable little teddy bears that get shot.
And that one gets shot and then we're shot.
So anyway, actually, let's go through the plot, the major plot sections first. Luke, why do you just keep sending people to Jabba thinking it's gonna work? When it's like the other 2 don't come back, what do you expect to do? And I'm pretty sure Lando has like a communicator being like, so this just happened?
Yeah. I mean, it seems like he sent R2 and 3PO in first, and I think, like, he literally gave his lightsaber to R2. I think that was basically him being like, okay, if I need my lightsaber, R2 can shoot it to me. Man,
it's a really good thing that R2 became a bartender and not just like Jabba's footrest, like tail rest.
Although, now that I think about it, I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess he sent Leia and he was like, she'll get Han now.
Send Leia and Chewbacca.
The problem is, how is he gonna get the droids and Chewie back at that point?
Like, that entire part of the plot doesn't really make sense to me.
It doesn't really make that much sense. Unless he literally was... Unless it was just his way of...
And again, there's so many ways this could go horribly wrong.
Yeah.
Like, if they just decide, screw R2, he's being broken. Jabba just breaks R2, and then Lando's like, yeah, change of plans, you're not getting your lightsaber back. He just threw R2 into the Sarlacc pit.
He'd probably just throw him in like a melting pit or something instead.
AKA lightsaber's gone.
Yeah.
So, now what?
Yeah.
Like, there are so many ways this could go horribly wrong, and most of them could just die.
Yeah, it's
like, they set it up at, like, a great infiltration, but it's like, there are so many
it's one of those things where it's like, this is the big brain play moment, but then when you start to actually think it through, you're like,
what?
Yeah, this doesn't really work.
Yeah.
So...
That's just always been an issue with me, and watching through CinemaSins and stuff just made it worse.
Yeah.
The actual scenes, though, are pretty good. Just kind of weird.
Yeah.
George Lucas clearly got his fetish into the movie at some point in the dance scenes.
Yeah. It's not my favorite, but whatever.
Like, it really feels like that.
This is where all the horny Star Wars fans got their material from.
This feels like when when Kirk was the director of one of the Star Trek movies, and and near the start is like a naked alien dancing in the moonlight and and aliens with like 4 breasts, and it's like, yeah, I see what you're doing here. I'm starting to see what he's doing here. And all of them revolve around Kirk. You start to notice patterns. So anyway, after they get... But I do like how Leia's the one to kill Jabba. It feels very earned.
Yeah.
Also, it's just hilarious how how Carrie was only okay with it if that scene happened.
Yeah.
Let me strangle the hell out of this thing! And George Lucas is like, yes!
Yep. Boba Fett is pathetic.
Fan favorite character, what?
Yeah, this is... Yeah.
He goes out like a Looney Tunes character gag!
You did alright in Empire, but then this goes along and he kind of goes out really bad, and it's the beginning of... Why do people like this character again? Because he really doesn't get much of anything ever again. As far as I remember, like, I cannot think of a single other time where Boba Fett is actually
I just
cool.
love how most people's impressions of Boba Fett is what the Mandalorian actually is.
Yeah.
What the Mandalorian actually does is what many people think Boba does.
Yeah, and then Boba just doesn't do any of that.
Oh yeah, should I also mention how stupid the Sarlacc thing is? You will be slowly digested over 1,000 years of endless torture. Hey, Freepio, you know a little thing? It's called, starvation?
I think it's just supposed to be dramatic.
Yeah, but it's like, very empty threat.
I mean...
So I'm tortured for 3 days, got it.
That's still... That I would not call that an empty threat, but okay.
Yeah, but it's like, really? Really?
But yeah.
Lando's just kind of here in this movie, just randomly doing things to that help everyone.
Yeah, kinda. But yeah, the fight scene is... It's
yeah, it's
fun.
stupid, but the Jabba fight scene is actually pretty good.
Yeah. Except for Boba Fett being pathetic.
Yep.
And then there was Force Kick.
And also just all the fun parts. Also, should I mention that Luke force chokes 2 people in the beginning? 2 of the guards? Like,
Yep. Gray Jedi moment.
Okay.
Yep.
So anyway, then we head back. Luke heads back to Dagobah, meets the dying Yoda. Joel's distracted by the ear of the puppet.
Yeah, because he's getting squished. It's like, I think that distracted me as a kid too. Because like, his ear looks funny. I'm trying to focus on Satsi, but he's squishing his ear. Why does he sleep on his... Why is he on his side? He should sleep on his back.
Because he's trying to talk to someone. You know, the person...
Yeah,
you know, because for some reason Yoda decided until his last breath to tell Luke information. Because we knew that Obi-Wan would never do it.
Shrug.
Do you think they actually tried to make sure that it was Obi-Wan trying to protect Leia herself, because he knew that Force users could like read minds slightly? So if Luke was thinking about protecting Leia, Vader would know.
Yeah, probably.
That sounds like something Obi-Wan might do in a weird way. And then he's just like, great work, Yoda. And then we get to Endor. Oh yeah, first off, oh my god, the Emperor's a sassy bitch and I love him. I completely forgot. He's pretty much the same as sassy little bitch he is in Revenge.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Maybe even more sassy.
Oh, I'm a afraid?
I'm afraid that I can't remember the lesson.
I'm afraid this battle station will be quite operational when your friends arrive.
It
sounds like a freaking 80-year-old. It sounds like a freaking 80-year-old being like, I'm sorry, you can't have that cookie.
It literally has that energy, and it is a delight.
I love it.
And it makes total sense because he's trying to
Yeah,
he's trying to rile Luke up, so it totally works. It's awesome.
Yeah, the Emperor is great. I just want to put that out right now. The Emperor is fantastic. Alright, so Endor got to the Ewok. Oh yeah, we also have the really weird scene of the really weird subplot of Han thinking that Leia has the hots for Luke.
Which I'm like, okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Doesn't go anywhere. Except for giving Leia being like, you idiot! And also giving everyone the joke of Han thinking about the free kisses she's given him throughout the series. When she's like, he's my brother. Oh boy, a kiss! Oh god! How many times? I've always known.
Did she know? That's not what she meant.
Yeah, but it's like, it can easily be weirded out. Like, obviously the actors didn't know, which is why it was probably weird.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's just hilarious to me. Where it's like, C-3PO being a god.
It's pretty hilarious.
Like, it's a thing that happens multiple times in media of a robot becoming a god to tribals, but this is probably one of the funniest ones.
Yeah.
Where Han's just super pissed that he's just like I love Luke when C-3PO is being like, I can't order them around, I can't falsify myself as a deity. And Luke is like,
you know, I had never noticed that before, but Luke is like trying not to laugh behind Han. It's so funny.
Because he knows Han's gonna be pissed at it, and then he tries to grab for Han when he looks at 3PO.
Amazing.
It's amazing. Let's talk about the on-planet Endor stuff first.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's pretty awesome. You got...
Like, everyone makes fun of being like, how are the Ewoks winning this? But then I'm like, can you imagine, like, 100, like 8-year-olds swarming you? You'd probably be overwhelmed, too.
Yeah.
Have you seen 100 manic 8-year-olds wanting to go somewhere at the same time?
Yeah, and I think they do a decent job of showing how much ingenuity they have.
Yeah.
Like, they have some pretty clever ways of taking down the ATSTs and such, and speeder bike riders.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, if you can buy that the spears and the bows can get through stormtrooper armor, then I don't think you would really... that's the only problem I could conceive of someone having with it, really. But it's stormtrooper armor. It has not been shown to be very protective throughout the entire series, so why start now?
The armor is probably very mass-produced.
Yeah.
Where it's like, are they really gonna have super defensive ones? Probably only the elite stormtroopers, like the red guys who do absolutely nothing in this movie.
And a lot of these guys are scout troopers with lighter armor, so...
Yeah. Also, I just love the red ones that do absolutely nothing this whole movie.
Gods, leave us.
Well, I didn't even get to do anything. Also, who the hell are the purple people? Who the frick are those two?
They might be... There might be Emperor's hands or something.
Who the frick are they?
They're like trained Force-using assassin peoples.
Where the hell were they?
They're probably not canon. They probably weren't canon at this point, and they were made in the expanded universe, and I don't know if they're canon anymore. I know there's one important one in particular that I know isn't canon, and people are very upset about that because she's very popular.
Oh, I think
she is also Luke's wife.
What the frick?
Yeah, she was sent to kill it. She was like, "Oh, I gotta kill you," and then she didn't kill him, and eventually they got married.
Never mind, I'm completely wrong on who this is then.
Mara Jade.
Yeah, I had no idea who that is then. I was thinking of a completely different person, but I think she's from Clone Wars. Actually.
I'm not sure who that would be.
But yeah, the Ewok versus Stormtroopers is just fun.
Yeah. And then Ewok gets shot and he's sad.
Yep. Poor teddy bear.
But then you're happy again because Chewbacca and the Ewoks swing on the one and he goes,
I didn't even notice that.
How did you not?
Also, I just love R2 continuing to be just a dick to 3PO this whole trilogy.
It's like what he could do. Oh, Han told me I need to unlock the door. I'm gonna go over there.
What R2 actually does. Bye!
Bye, I need to do something. See you later.
Be right back.
3PO.
Be right back. Oh yeah,
Bye.
also him not telling C-3PO anything of the plan. Which actually sounds like the smartest idea these characters ever have. Not telling 3PO the plan so he doesn't blurt it out. Because let's be honest, he would.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing they gave Jabba a 3PO. Otherwise they'd have no idea what the frick he's saying. Half of them wouldn't even know what the hell he's saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's pretty big.
So, are you to the big part now? We to one of the biggest parts of this whole movie now? Luke and Vader's reactions with each other?
Man, first when they first meet on Endor. That conversation.
Yeah.
I think that conversation is really accurate.
Honestly, I love all of Luke and Vader's scenes.
It's the core of the. It's honestly the core of this movie, and I think easily.
Hell, it's literally probably what the movie's named after.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
I think without this, the movie would fall apart.
Yeah.
This is what makes the movie good.
Yes.
It's just like I think one of the main lines when they're on Endor that stands out to me so much is when Vader says, "It's too late for me, son."
Yeah.
That reveals that it's not that.
Vader wants to, but he doesn't have. He has doubt in himself.
Yeah,
after the many years and horrible things he's done, he's like, I don't have a choice to go back.
Yeah, and I think that is like after all the things that happen in Revenge of the Sith, it's like once he loses Padme, he's like. He's just too broken to do anything other.
And then you think of just the 20-ish years between that and then this point.
Yeah, it's just been over 2 decades of him just
wiping people out,
doing horrible stuff. I remember actually seeing like a quote from the main guy who does Clone Wars, and he was basically I think he was basically talking about how some people kind of romanticize being someone like Darth Vader, and he's like, guys, Darth Vader is miserable. You do not want to be this guy.
Yeah, 90% of comic Vader is just him being miserable and hating all of his existence.
Yeah.
Like, he's not here by choice anymore.
Yeah.
He feels that he has no other option to do so.
Yeah.
As a kid, I hated that Luke was... I feel like kid me was just being like, he should fight the villain! Villains should be fought and defeated! Nowadays, I'm not like that at all with this, with this one.
Yeah.
Kind of weird how when you mature, you really see what this scene's actually trying to do.
Yeah.
Instead of what fans probably wanted was a fight between Luke and Vader where Luke would win.
Mm-hmm. Which, honestly, it kind of sort of got anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of get half of it anyway. With another severed arm.
Yeah.
I think that's one severed arm a movie, if I remember correctly. I think so.
At least one severed arm in every movie.
Yep.
Is there one in episode 1?
I think so, yeah.
Can't think of what it is, but there probably is.
I think I remember.
I mean, yeah.
There's a droid who loses an arm.
Probably there's a battle droid, we'll just say that. Some battle droid loses
I think
an arm.
it does, actually. I think that's during one of, like the one that Jar Jar's shooting with is the one attached to his hand. And that one lost an arm somewhere.
Anyway. So, the actual fight between Luke and Vader. I think it's pretty good. I don't enjoy it as much as the episode 5 one.
Yeah.
I think it just
I like it more.
I like the
mostly because I
like
love how violent Luke is during it. Near the ending of it.
Yeah,
Where
I
it's
like that
Jesus!
part. I like that part quite a bit. I think most of the duel, like he's like, I like that.
Like Luke's
keeps
mostly
backing
playing
off and stuff.
defensively until he goes on the offense when Vader mentions Leia.
Yeah, I just think that the actual sword play of it is just not. It's fine. It's not super interesting.
I don't think any of the swordplay in the original trilogy is good, honestly. I mean, it makes sense. They probably weren't trained in actual swordplay. I don't think that was a thing until Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Which you really can tell when you look at Phantom Menace.
I mean, I like it in episode 5 still, but we're not gonna get into that again.
We already had like 20 minutes of that.
But yeah, I do really like the last part where Luke is just going ham on him. However, there is a part at the very end where they get to the final part where Luke is hammering on him.
Yeah.
It's very obvious it's very obviously staged that, like, Vader clearly moves into that position and then is awkwardly... Like, he doesn't move to that position very naturally.
Yeah, it's obvious, but honestly, from a filmmaking point, I can see why it is. Like, you'd either get a cut of Luke just smashing into Vader and just not seeing Vader fall back, or you get that, because I'm taking a guess that the Vader suit was really hard to move in. Like that's a thing with a lot of suits back in the day. Like, that's why Michael Keaton Batman never turns his head, because he literally couldn't. That's why he turned everywhere. I'm guessing the Vader suit was probably just as bad, probably.
Yeah.
It's probably really hard plastic and really difficult to move in. Like, falling over in it, like, falling backward in it probably wouldn't work very well, and it'd cost a lot of money to make one for a stunt performer or whatever.
Yeah.
You'd also probably notice it wasn't Vader in it if there was a stunt performer, so that part I can exclude just because it's a movie and it doesn't detract from the experience for me.
It does for me somewhat.
Yeah, but it's like, I can see why they do it.
It's one of those things where it's like, I see...
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, I'm like, I see why this happened. I understand it. It's still, but it's like, but I can't stop myself from feeling a little let down by it.
But I can see why. It honestly, I don't really even notice it during it.
It's pretty much like my one thing in this fight where I would actually put it as like a proper negative in the fight. I don't think it's a super big deal, but it does. It's not like a really big deal, but it's the only moment where I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't see that much of a problem with it, and it has the excuse, of course, which makes me forgive it. But it's like, I've seen far worse.
Yeah. It's not that bad.
It's also not the worst thing of fake hits that I've seen in movies.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned Force Kick.
For those of you who don't know, there's a moment in the battle on the Jabba's skiff where Luke kicks one of Jabba's guards. Except it is very obvious that he is too far away for his foot to reach, but the guard still acts like he got kicked. So the fans decided that he uses the Force to kick the guard. It has its own Wikipedia page.
So yeah. Not the worst thing in this movie. Not the worst fake thing in this movie.
Yeah.
And then the final... And then we have the Emperor being like... First off, I love the Emperor's frown after he realizes it's not working, being like... Nah. Fine then. Guess I'm still stuck with Vader. And now he's lost an arm. Again!
Like a couple hours of like 50,000 credits or so. It's no big deal.
Only 50,000? Jeez.
I don't know. 100,000?
Damn, the Emperor's cheap. I mean, maybe that's why he makes the damn Death Stars with giant holes in them. So, but yeah, the electricity scene is iconic.
Yeah.
The Force lightning is iconic. And Vader's two no's are better than anything the prequel does for a character in where it's like, I'm pretty sure that's what George Lucas was trying to copy, but it didn't work at all. Like, he didn't have the tone for it.
Maybe. Yeah.
But yeah, that scene's great, and then just the bittersweet moment afterward, where Luke's trying to get Vader off it.
That got me so much. Like that I think is one of the biggest
I remember
moments.
as a kid, that didn't do anything for me. As an adult, I nearly teared.
Yeah.
Right.
I think especially...
Today, I nearly teared at it, being like, when you grow older, you really see what it means to be like, take off my mask, I know I'm dying, I don't care, I want to see you.
Yeah, there's definitely that. I think the thing that really got me, though, was when Luke is like, I'm going to save you, and Vader says, you already have, and smiles. Mm-hmm. I was just imagining what he was feeling at that point, and I'm just imagining he's had like this I don't think Anakin has felt like he was doing things right.
And also
since he first started training as a Jedi, I think he's been
also think
dealing
of
with
this.
shame. And
How long's it been since he smiled?
Yeah.
Like a true smile kind of deal. It was probably with Padme back in episode 3. Like 20-ish years ago.
And even then, I think there was like in the back of his mind, there's still this isn't right going on. So I think even then, it wouldn't have been quite as genuine as this. I think this might be like the first time he was genuinely happy. Probably since he was like,
Christ.
maybe ever, actually, now that I think about it. Maybe ever.
God damn. Yeah, you're right about that.
Like, man.
Yeah.
Like, when I realized that, I was just like, oh my goodness. That... Man.
Yeah.
It is probably
Luke and Vader make this movie.
I think that...
The movie would fall apart without this.
Yeah.
Where it's so weird, where it's like the second movie fails because of Anakin and Padme. This one, it works because of Luke and Vader.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we also never mentioned the actual space battle. The ending kind of comes and goes.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even notice the core blew up. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's honestly kind of... It's kind of just...
Like, I remember in games like Rogue Squadron where it's like a big boss and they just fight. Like it's like an actual fight that you have to shoot through. And then you have to do the escape. And in this one, that shooting the core is like a second.
Yeah, I think that it's kind of like the first part of it is kind of like the tension of the entire Rebel fleet is at stake right now.
Yeah.
But then once the shield is down, it's basically a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
However, iconic stuff like it's a trap.
Yep.
There's some fun iconic stuff. And Wedge Antilles is around. We love Wedge Antilles.
What the frick is that monkey thing? With Lando?
It's Vietnam. He's a Celestian.
What?
I don't know, man.
I have so many questions.
He's just a rebel guy. He's a rebel guy.
Why does it feel like he should be have been like Lando's sidekick since the previous movie? Why do they have chemistry? What the frick?
Maybe he was with him in the Battle of Tanab.
What?
They don't mention.
So many freaking books.
I don't know. There's probably a book about it.
We felt like half of this series is just not told to us, and we got to read books to deal with it.
This is pretty accurate, actually.
What the
Except
frick?
for probably most of the books are not canon anymore. Thanks, Disney. Thanks for that.
So anyway, so we got the New Age ending of Star Wars Episode 6.
I don't know if honestly, I don't know if I think I've heard what the original ending is, but I don't know if I've
It's mostly just the Ewok section, but with a different song of the Ewok tribe singing. That's pretty much the only difference, and it's a different Anakin, obviously.
Yeah.
That's really the only differences.
Yeah. And you don't see
You don't see the other planets.
You don't see the other planets, and you don't hear a Gungan go, "We so free!"
It feels a bit too happy in this version.
Yeah.
Where it's like, the original slightly made sense, where it's like, yeah, the rebels would celebrate with the Ewoks, because the Ewoks probably didn't give a shit. They were like, the outsider's gone! Friends save! Yay! Meanwhile, every other planet's being like, what the frick, the economy is gone!
Yeah, that's one thing that's kind of a criticism of the original trilogy in general, is they never establish what the rebels' goal is once they take down the Empire. Like, what are they going to do to prevent the Empire from just collapsing in on itself, or just getting another Emperor and having to deal with that guy?
Well, clearly, it didn't work because Episode 7 happens.
That's something you could maybe give to Disney.
The Emperor gets the last laugh.
The actual, like, the Empire, like, just to stop the
Yeah, it doesn't do shit.
Makes sense, actually.
Honestly, it wouldn't do shit. So you kill the evil person. Big whoop.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really gone super deep into the expanded universe.
It's like big whoop. Good luck with that.
I know they make another Republic, but I don't know the details.
Yeah, but it's like, what were you like? Yeah, that is a problem where it's like, it's why I could see like sequel trilogy happening, being like, yeah, it's not just neatly tied up in a bow. Not every planet was like, yay, the Empire's dead.
Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of people probably were like, a lot of people were probably like, yeah, the Empire's fine, I guess. Like, they're kind of a little
as long as they stay
they're kind of oppressive, but
they're not oppressive to my planet.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
As long as I keep my head down, it's not a big deal to me.
I mean, just look at Vespin like a movie ago, where they were perfectly fine and just weren't negotiating with the Empire much.
Yeah.
Where they were stuck in, like, deals and such.
Yeah, but I think George Lucas didn't want, like...
Yeah. It's way more satisfying to be like, evil empire is destroyed.
Yeah, I think he wanted Star Wars to feel kind of more like a fairy tale in a lot of ways, where you don't think about those details that much.
Yeah, but when you
guys won, yay!
But again, when you really think about these movies too much, you're like, what the frick?
Yeah.
Anything else on this movie? Before we get to the big part?
I think as far as plot stuff, I think that's all I have to say.
Alright. We good then? We good to begin it? Let's rank the movies. I can safely say what our number 7 and number 6 is. Number 7 is Holiday Special. Number 6 is Attack of the Clones.
Yes.
Like, those two are the easiest to rank.
Even though I enjoyed Attack of the Clones, I recognize that was 98% nostalgia.
Yep. Alright, number 6. I would say Phantom Menace.
Yeah. It has a few good moments.
It's really close, but the downsides keep it down.
Yeah.
Its downsides keep it down, no matter how much I love its good parts.
Yeah. It has its moments. I like the movie, but it has some issues.
And now for the fun part.
I think at this point we just stop agreeing anymore.
Yeah. 5 for me is Return of the Jedi.
Oh, I thought you...
Wait.
What was next? Well, you haven't ranked episodes 3, 4, 5, or 6.
Yeah, I'd say Return of the Jedi is... Wait, actually, yeah, it's Empire Strikes Back, actually. For me right here. Sorry, Joel, what's your number 5, then?
I think it's Return of the Jedi, for me. I think it's hard for me. It's hard for me. Like, the next three I mention are very close. Honestly, all 4 of them are pretty close for me. Honestly, all 4 of them I think are pretty close for me. But I think Return of the Jedi is the lowest one of the 4.
Wait, Phantom Menace was number 5, sorry. This was number 4.
Yeah, I think for me, Return of the Jedi is number 4.
Okay.
But it's like Holiday Special, big gap, Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace, big gap, Return of the Jedi.
Okay, so, Number 3 for me is Return of the Jedi. Like that, like it's just got too many good moments. What's your number 3? You got 3, 4, and 5. Does New Hope beat Revenge of the Sith?
It's so hard to decide because is it good all the way? It's like good all the way through versus the best versus some of my favorite moments, but it has problems. It's like high highs and low lows, or good all the way through. What wins? I don't know.
Well, you have to decide. It's part of the review.
I feel like when I watch A New Hope, I don't know.
I mean, our entire New Hope review was, it's amazing, watch it.
Yeah, but I'm like, how much of that is, like, it's so hard because
how much
of
that is stuck in nostalgia?
And like, episode 3 is like, I have very strong positive feelings towards, like I'm like a very emotionally into Revenge of the Sith. Well, with A New Hope, it's like, it's a lot of me appreciating the quality of the filmmaking. So it's like I appreciate them for really different reasons, which makes it really difficult to
For anyone wondering, before we have a 5-minute wait between Joel's ranking, number 2 for me is Revenge of the Sith, number 1 is A New Hope. And Joel's number 1 is Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah,
I still don't understand. I don't understand it, but I can support it.
Yeah. I will mention, I will say, all 4 of the top 4 are close.
Yes.
Like, Return of the Jedi is not far behind Empire Strikes Back, even though there are 2 movies in between it.
Meanwhile, I wouldn't put Empire close to Return, Revenge, and A New Hope for me. Like, those 3 are very top. Like, it was never touching... Like, Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope are literally one of my two favorite sci-fi movies of all time. Like, Return of the Jedi wasn't even gonna touch it. Attack of the Clones... And Empire was just, like... I was just confused more than anything. Yeah. Empire's decisions, like, it was just like, big point! Medium. Kinda big. The end. So, Joel, rank Revenge of the Sith and New Hope. Which one is 3rd place? The entire Star Wars fandom is watching.
Okay, I'll say this.
Here,
I might change my mind.
Here, I'll put it like this. Which one would you like? If it's this close, I would go it like this. Which one would you watch first, if given the choice between both?
Okay.
Like, which one would you watch if someone gave you the option to watch either with them who like, know the Star Wars plot but haven't seen 3 or 4. How about
that?
Like,
in that situation.
Here, I'll just put this. Which one would you watch on your own time more? 3 or 4?
Yeah,
that's what I usually decide it as. That's what I usually decide a tie.
Yeah, those 2 questions that I'd answer differently between those 2.
Okay, so which one would you watch more?
Yeah, I think on my own, I think it's going to be number 3, A New Hope, number 2, Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, jeez.
I think this is me. I think what I found is I tend to like, I think for me, high highs and low lows beats out good all the way through for me. Because like, I think of A New Hope, there's not a lot, it's like, yeah, that movie is great. I enjoy almost every single thing in that movie. But I can't really think of, like, a moment in that movie that I really, really, really look forward to. Like, even Return of the Jedi, there are points where I'm like, I'm excited to watch this movie. I am excited to see this scene. I don't really have that in A New Hope. That's like the one thing I can take away from it. Is there's no moment.
Then I would say
that is
a tiebreaker. Then I would clarify that as
yeah, Revenge of the Sith has several big moments.
Locking in ranking for me, number 7 is Holiday Special. 6 is Attack of the Clones. 5 is Phantom Menace. 4 is Empire. 3 is Return. 2 is Revenge. 1 is New Hope. And for you, Holiday Special, Attack of the Clones at 6, Phantom Menace at 5, Return at 4, New Hope at 3, Revenge at 2, Empire is 1.
Mm-hmm.
Locked in! God, I can't wait for the comments. What am I talking about? We don't get comments.
So, did we put Revenge in the same spot and then all the other 3 were just scrambled?
Yes. Revenge is at second for both of us. That's weird. That's weird. I just love how a prequel beats most of them.
Because Revenge of the Sith is a good movie, you guys!
I'm sorry, guys. It's true. Thank you guys for watching this holiday marathon.
Yeah.
This has been great.
Yeah, it's a delight to go through these movies again. I might have enjoyed, maybe with the exception of the Phantom Menace, maybe. I distinctly remember with every other movie coming out of it, feeling like I enjoyed that more than I've ever enjoyed a Star Wars.
Yes.
Enjoyed these movies before.
I would say that. Except for Holiday Special.
Even that, it was fun to do it with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Although, yeah, with that one it's weird because it's like, I just don't enjoy this movie very much. So it's like, did I enjoy it more? I didn't enjoy it, so...
Bottom.
In
a tier list, it would be in Holiday Special tier.
H tier.
Holiday tier.
It's not F tier. It's not G tier. It's H tier.
Yep. That's all 7 for this marathon. I enjoyed this.
Yeah.
Time for me to figure out what the hell the next holiday marathon would be, because this works. We'll probably do more marathons like this in the future.
Yeah. Man, there's always Disney Star Wars.
Yeah, we'll do those at another time, though. That probably won't be next year's marathon, because it's like that... That'd be kind of weird, just doing 2 Christmas marathons of just Star Wars in a row. If I can find something better, we'd probably do that. If not, maybe. I'm not counting it out, but just... not 100%.
That'll have its own, that'll have its own controversy.
And that one will probably need a whole video for a ranking, and rank all these with them.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. For the dumpster fire that would be.
People look at my list and they're like, what the heck is episode 8 doing up there?
What is 9 doing there?
Oh no, 9 is pretty bad.
Attack of the Clones or Phantom Menace bad?
It's in that realm. I don't know where it ranks exactly, but it's in Attack of the Clones Phantom Menace realm.
Okay, not holiday special realm.
It's not holiday special bad. It's not even close. To
And
that bad.
people are already angry at you.
It's not that bad, guys. And then there's The Last Jedi. That's the big one. The Last Jedi is the really controversial one.
I don't know. Anytime I don't hear anything about a game or movie, I just feel like that it's probably worse. Because at least if it's something bad, you have something to make fun of for it being bad.
I mean, I feel like The Last Jedi...
Anyway, let's not go into that. Yeah. This is already almost over 55 minutes. See you guys next time in the next Rambling Review, or whatever you watch. We might have a break on Rambling Reviews after this.
Yeah.
See you guys next time. Take care.
Bye-bye.